to my house. Bienvenidos a mi casa. Please enjoy. Do what feels right for you today. Notice that some days your body feels more receptive than others. And don't forget, one of the really important components in all of this is your breath. So we're just going to start with that. Either sitting on a chair, if you want to stay standing, you can. Sit on the floor, sit on the sofa, whichever feels comfortable. And we're just going to take a mindful minute to help us get focused and really tune into your nasal breathing. So close your eyes if that feels nice for you, or just drop your gaze. And I'd like you to check in with you. So first of all, you're going to notice your heartbeat. What's your heart doing right now? Is it beating fast or slow? And as you go through this process, keep trying to slow down your breath, inhaling and exhaling through your nose. Then I want you to check in with your breathing. Are you breathing fast or slow? Where do you feel your breath? Where do you notice it most? In your abdomen, in your chest? Relax your neck and your shoulders and your face. Notice your breath at your nostrils. Is it warm or cool? And then finally check in with you. How do you feel right now? Just observe any emotions that pop up. Are you sad, excited, curious, tired, hungry, frustrated, jealous? It doesn't matter. Just notice how you feel. Just acknowledge it. And then just open your eyes. So I thought for today's session, and this is my last one for this week, Erin will be with you next week. I want to focus on the Olympics because they're wonderful. I'm so enjoying them. So every posture that I have picked for us today has an Olympic theme. And the first one we're going to start off with is surfing, right? So this first one is an ode to our surfers who have been in the French waters riding the waves. So we're going to do surfer and wave pose. So first of all, what you're going to do is take your feet wide. We did this pose the other day. This is star pose. So the feet are nice and wide. And then you're going to leave your left leg as it is. You're going to turn your right leg out, the toe points to the side, the hands stay as they are, and then just spreading the stance a little bit, you're going to bend the right knee. Now, if you're sitting on a chair, you'll just be doing the exact same thing, but you will straddle your legs over, the arms on my chair are high, over the edges of your chair. Now, I want you to look at your front hand, your right hand, and we're going to stay here for 3 breaths. So inhale through the nose, exhale through the nose. Now notice as the legs start to get tired, you might want to ease off a little bit. You might find that as you warm up, you can actually go a little bit deeper. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. So inhale, rise back up to star and turn the right toe in. So we're going to stay on the same side, working on the right leg. Surfers need a wave, so we're going to add a wave to our surfer's position. So turn your right foot out again, bend the right knee so you're back into surfer. Place your right elbow on your right thigh and your left arm is going to reach up past your ear and reaching out and up. Now breathe in through the nose and out through the nose. If you want to ease off a little bit, you can. If you're doing this in a chair, you'll be in the exact same position, but you're sitting on the chair. Breathe in and out. Imagine how hard it is to be a surfer on an unknown wave. It's hard enough just to find the strength for these postures that we do for our well-being. Breathe in and out. Now, as you breathe in, coming back up into star pose, now leave the legs as they are and release the hands. Bring your legs back in, and I think it's a good idea to give them a little shake, because those 2 postures are extremely challenging, right? So we're thinking about our Olympian surfers who are doing an amazing job. Let's go on the other side. So find your star. So this time, both legs are open, hands are up shoulder height. This time it's your left leg that you will turn out, and you're going to bend the knee. And that knee bend is as much as feels nice for you. Stretch the arms out and look at the front hand. So you're looking at the tips of the fingers on the left hand and start to find your breath. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. Breathe in, rise up, and turn the toe in, breathe out. So let's find a wave for our surfboard. Turn the left toe out again, same position, bend the knees this time, drop the left elbow onto the left thigh, and sweep your right arm up towards your ear. Now remember, you can back off a little bit. You might want to be here. That's fine. But focus on your breath. Make it long and slow and steady. One more breath to go. And exhale, go. Inhale, rising back up. Turn the toes in, you're back into star. Because every Olympian is a star, of course, right? Whether they win gold or not, release your hands and then walk your feet in. And I think it's nice here to give the legs a little shake. Roll your shoulders. It's a lot of work to hold your arms out straight at shoulder level. And then roll forwards. So the next Olympic sport that we're going to tap into are gymnastics. We're going to do a somersault. Kidding, just kidding. Although wouldn't that be fun? So what we're going to do is we're going to do chair pose and we're going to hold it for about 3 breaths. So the feet are hip distance apart. Why chair pose? Well, let's do it. You see, inhale the arms up and you exhale, sink back that you're sitting in a chair. So the position looks like this. Eyes are on the horizon, draw the tummy in. So this is the landing position that our gymnastic stars use when they dismount from the vault, from the rings. They jump, they land, they hold it here, they hopefully steady themselves. Keep breathing. You've got one more breath to go. This is how the gymnastics finish their routine, strong and steady, strong in their legs, lifted in their chest. And then as they inhale, stand tall into mountain and finish your routine. I don't know, it's hard enough for me to do chair pose on its own. I can't imagine having to do something as physical as gymnastics and then end with something as challenging as that. So moving on now, I thought we would do Garland Pose. And this relates to the medal that the Olympians get are all on a garland ribbon. So I thought it would be nice to do Garland Pose. Now for Garland Pose, there's many options. You're going to take your feet quite wide. So Garland Pose is a hip opener and it's really for working through this front part of the hips and into the hip socket. So for Garland Pose, option 1 is stop here. You can put the hands here, you can put your hands on your waist, you can rest them on your knees. Some of you might actually find you can drop down here, and I like to either press my hand into my palm or just have my hands as fists. And some of you might actually find you can come all the way down into full Garland Pose. Now the hands can be here in front of you on the floor, or you can bring the hands up. And the reason for bringing the hands up is if you can get the fists together, you can push your knees apart. And what that does is create a deeper stretch into your hip socket. So wherever you're at, if you're halfway, if you're 3/4, if you came all the way down, if you're using your hands to help you balance, focus on your breathing. Garland Pose, that's 1 breath. That's 2 breaths. I can't imagine how it must feel to stand on the podium and have someone place the garland of the gold, silver, or bronze medal around your neck, right? Breathe in and breathe out. Now take your time, go easy. You're going to place your hands behind you if you can, or you might prefer to walk your feet together. And we're going to sit down. So let me just drop my screen slightly so that you can see me a little bit better. The next Olympians we're going to focus on are our rowers. So canoes, kayak, row as an individual, row as a team, row as two, row as one, row as six. My goodness, the rowing, the strength and determination and skill that it takes is insane. So we are going to do boat pose. So for boat pose, let me just turn sideways on. So I'm sitting up here. If you're in a chair, you just sit in the exact same way, but I recommend you hold the side of the chair. Now what I'd like to do is lean back slightly and come onto your tippy toes. Now, this is option one. You can stay here. If you want to work a little bit harder, you can lift one leg, or you could maybe see if you could lift two legs. Now, wherever we are, you're going to stay there for 3 breaths. If you lift one leg, remember to change halfway through. My toes are making thumbs up signs. If you want to try a little bit more, you can see if you can release the hands. You might even be able to straighten your legs. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and breathe out. Now don't rush to release the legs. Slowly place the tiptoes on the floor, rest your hands, and just sit up tall for a moment to take some of the load out of your lower back. Which sport next? Well, next we're going to look at table tennis. Oh my goodness, so fast. You blink and you miss the table tennis ball. This is tabletop pose. Let me turn slightly this way because I think it's easier to see. So we're sitting as we were. Now remember, if you're in a chair, you will do this by using your hands to support. You'll be very similar to boat pose, or you can try pushing into the chair and lifting your bottom up off the seat. Now you're going to take your hands behind you about a foot, and notice my fingers are pointing the same direction as my toes, and my feet hip distance apart, right? So just a very natural hip distance stance. Now my elbows are bent. I'm going to lean into my hands. Draw your shoulders back. So we don't want our shoulders forward. Draw your shoulders back. And then gently press and lift your hips towards the ceiling. Now, you can look towards your knees. Breathe. If you want to try a slightly more advanced version, you can look up towards the ceiling. So your neck doesn't hang back, but you're holding it in a line. Now, press with the hips towards the roof. Breathe in and out. Now, at any time you want to, you can drop the hips down and take a rest. Or if you prefer, just lift a little bit off the floor. You don't need to come all the way up. Breathe in and breathe out. Building strength through the back of the body, through the arms. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in, bring your chin onto your chest if your head was back. And then as you breathe out, you lower your hips down onto the floor. Whew. I know, nobody said the Olympics would be easy. So we're going to move on now to something fast and amazing, and that's our runners, our running athletes. And what we're going to do is low lunge. This would be the position that they use in the starting blocks. So take your right leg forward. Now, being on the floor is tricky on the knees, right? And so if you don't want to be here, you can do this in a chair, or you can do this standing. And standing, it will just look like this, right? So it'll be a very supported, strengthening lunge where you're working on the strength of your glutes and your thighs, or if you don't mind having your knee on the floor, but a lot of knees don't like the floor, right? This might be easier if I turn. Right leg is forward, tuck your tailbone under, and you're going to press forwards. Now you can place your hands here. You might want to come lower and place your hands here, or you might want to stay up and keep the hands on the waist. Just do what feels nice for you. Try if you can to keep a nice line through this front ankle. Breathe in and out. This is how the runners start to get ready to take that sprint. Breathe in and breathe out. breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in, come up, and you're going to switch sides. So again, if you prefer to be standing, then you're going to switch sides and be here. If you're okay to come onto the floor, then come on down, trying to keep a nice line in this ankle. Hands can be on the knee, hands can be on the waist, or you can try leaning forward. Try and tuck your tailbone underneath you and focus on your breath. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in as you come back, and then take your time. Whatever feels comfortable for you, come to a sitting position on the floor. So we're going to, of course, how could we not mention the swimmers? It's been incredible to watch the standard of the swimmers at the Olympics this year. And for the swimmers, we're going to do butterfly pose. So this is also something that's about engaging our hips. And I want to give you lots of options. If you're sitting in a chair, you will bring your feet together in front of you and let your knees drop to the side. This can be done in a chair. Now, if you're sitting on the floor, there's a few things you can do. If you prefer just to work with your ankles crossed, that's fine. If you find that that's tight, then send your feet away from your body, hold the backs of your legs, have space between your feet, and just sit up nice and tall. Now, what you're going to do is that as you feel your hips are okay, you start to bring the feet closer into the body. And full butterfly pose is where you open up the soles of the feet, like the pages of a book. You lift your chest, you sit high out of your hips, and you're dropping your knees down towards the floor. So remember, you can be here. If you prefer, having the feet flat doesn't really give you the openness of your hips. So let the feet be where they want to be comfortable, and then just let the knees slide downwards so that we're getting the opening in the hip. And for those of you who can, butterfly pose sees us here. To watch butterfly stroke is incredible. Now start to focus once again on your breath. Breathing in and out. Breathe in and breathe out. Now, as you exhale, you want to see wherever you're at, in a chair, on the floor, if you can drop your knees as your body starts to settle in. You want to see if you can drop your knees a little bit further. So just dropping the knees a little bit further. And then we're going to do seated wide angle pose. This is for primarily our male gymnasts who go on the pommel horse. And they have their legs open and they swing around their legs in an ankle, with an open angle around the pommel horse. Incredible to watch. So this is our version of the pommel horse move from gymnastics. So your legs go wherever you want them to be, narrow or wider, and you're going to place your hands on the floor in front of you. If that doesn't feel nice, place them on your thighs, and if none of this feels nice, bend your knees. You know, this is fine, and you can hold on to your knees. You're still benefiting from the stretch out of the lower back. So finding whatever feels good for you. You're then going to see if you can walk forwards. And then relax your head and your neck and look down towards the floor in front of you. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in, notice the stretch through the insides of the legs, through the lower back, and breathe out. As you breathe in, you slowly walk back. And then as you breathe out, I'd like you to bring your legs into what we call seated mountain. Now, I like to cross my legs, but for everyone that doesn't feel very comfortable. So here's a few options to have your legs out in front of you, just as we did for butterfly. This might feel more comfortable for some of you. You can move to sitting in a chair. Pardon me, that might also feel slightly more supported and comfortable. But if you feel okay, then you can be here. You could also stay here if you want, just with the legs slightly open. So we're just going to settle the body down in this seated mountain pose, working the hips and the side of the body after everything we've just done. I mean, we've done somersaults, we've surfed, we've done gymnastics, we've got a gold medal, we've played table tennis, we've been on the starting block with the runners, we swam. Really, body's tired. So let your right hand rest on the floor and bring your left hand over your ear. And what you want to do is just lean over to where it feels comfortable for you. And you're going to take a few breaths. So breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. If you're doing this in a chair, your ankles could be crossed. You could just be sitting with your feet firmly planted on the floor. Breathe in, so you can go a little bit further. Breathe out. Breathe in, rise up. And then let's switch sides. This is our warm down. Leaning over to the other side. Breathe in. Breathe out. Relax the face, the neck, the jaw. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And you might find that here's where you're at. And this is just fine. Just letting your body go where it feels the most comfortable. Breathe out. Breathe in, rise up, and release the hands. So this time we're going to add a twist to that movement. So you're going to turn to your right hand side. You're going to put your left hand outside your right knee. And your right hand is going to lift your spine and support your back. And you're going to turn and look over your shoulders. Twists. Twists and turns are something we see on the gymnastic floor all the time. It's incredible, the twisting that the human body can do, and it's really good for us. Breathe in and out. One last breath. Breathe in and out. Now we're going to switch sides. So left hand goes behind you, right hand is outside the knee. If you're sitting in a chair, your ankles are crossed, your feet are firmly planted on the floor, and you're looking over your shoulder. Breathe in. Remember, try to relax your face, your neck, your jaw. Breathe out. So breath in. So breath out. As you inhale, turn back towards the front. And as you exhale, take your hands in front of you. And you're going to just drop your chin in towards your chest. And just creep your fingers forwards, seeing how far you can go. And your body will let you know when you've gone far enough. Relax the chin. You might find that this is just great for you. You might find you prefer to stay sitting up with the feet further up. Maybe you can reach for your ankles. Maybe you can reach outside. But then finding a variation that works for you and your body is really important. Take a couple more breaths. Inhale, rise up. And now we're going to exhale and take some guided rest. For guided rest, you can stay sitting in your chair, on the sofa. I always like to say it's nice to have a supported version of this pose, so you can sit here with the legs out in front. And of course, if you have space and room, you're going to lie on the floor with a little bit of space between your feet and a little bit of space between your arms and your body. Every athlete knows the secret to success when they are asking so much of their body is rest and recovery. And that's what we're going to do now. So if it feels nice, close your eyes. If you prefer not to close your eyes, it's fine. We're going to do a body scan, encouraging our body to take full rest and recovery. Relax your head, the back of your head, your forehead. Relax your eyes, your cheeks, your nose. Unclench your teeth and let your tongue rest in your mouth. Relax your neck and your throat. Relax your right shoulder, right elbow, and right forearm. Relax the back of the right hand, palm of the right hand, and the fingers of the right hand. Relax your left shoulder, right elbow, left forearm. Relax the back of the left hand, palm of the left hand, and the fingers of the left hand. Relax your chest. Relax your abdomen and allow your lower back to settle into the floor or the chair. Relax your right thigh, the right knee, right calf, and right ankle. Relax the top of the right foot, the sole of the right foot, and the toes of the right foot. Relax the left thigh, the left knee, left calf, and the left ankle. Relax the top of the left foot, sole of the left foot, and the toes of the left foot. Relax your whole body and stay aware of your breath. Just for a few moments more. Relax your whole body and just stay aware of your breath. So just slowly and carefully now, bring some slow movement back into your fingers, into your toes. And from wherever you were, if you were lying or curled up in a ball on the sofa or in a chair, just bring your body and your awareness back into the room. And there you have it, our Olympic Summer Studio series today. I hope you got a kick out of that. I'm not gonna lie, I did. Until next week, when Erin will be with you, same time Tuesday and Thursday, same time for 2 more of our Summer Studio series. It's been an absolute pleasure and oodles of fun. So until the next time, take care. Take self-care and toodle pip. The Q&A box is open. If anyone has anything they want to ask, then I'm happy, and Jessie's with me, so we're happy to answer any questions you might have. But thanks for prioritising you today.